Hi everyone, welcome to the Accountant Guy. Today we are going to learn how we can use this personal finance tracker and track our income and expense details with the help of this spreadsheet. First of all, you will start with the Start Here tab where you will find all the necessary instructions for use, which I'll be demonstrating in this video. Essentially, in this spreadsheet we have three tabs, that is the Dashboard tab, the Transactions tab and the Budget tab, which we will be using and we will be navigating through all the sections each one by one. So at first we need to navigate to the Budget tab where we need to feed in the details related to the accounts that are related to our income and expenses, and then we need to specify the amount for each of the months in relation to the budgeted expenses or any income goals that we have for the respective accounts. So for the demonstration I have added some accounts over here and I have also categorized them as an income and expense as necessary, and then I have added in the necessary amounts for each of the month, which is totaled in the goal amount column. So as you keep on feeding details for all the respective month, you will find the sum getting totaled over here. So let's say we change this to $200 and this goal amount will also change as per that. One thing we need to note that this goal amount is a formula driven column, so when we are adding new line items over here, we just need to simply drag it down below so that this formula gets copied over to all the necessary new added items. Once you reach to the end of the tab, you can just simply select the number of rows that you want to add over here. Let's say we want to add 10 rows and just click on add. So this will add new rows at the bottom. Now let's navigate to the Transactions tab to understand what we need to do after this. Once we have specified all the accounts related to income and expenses in the Budget tab along with the necessary budget estimations, it's now time to add in new transactions to the Transactions tab. In the Transactions tab, you can put in the date, the details of the transaction, the category related to the transactions, which specifies all the necessary accounts which we added earlier, and then this is a formula driven property in column E, which specifies whether it's an income and expense. So while adding new line items to these transactions, you can simply drag it and paste it to the new line items which is getting added. Then we have an amount column where you can specify the amount related to the transaction, and after this transactions tab is all done and complete. Next we need to navigate to the Dashboard section where we can see the necessary transactions which have been added. In the Dashboard section, we can see all the analysis of income and expenses added earlier. Everything is controlled with the help of this category, the period specified and the type of reference that we want to give. Let's say we want to see a summary of all the income and expenses that have been added for the 2023 entire period and of all the accounts that we have specified. So we need to filter it as it is shown over here, and then it will show us the income detail, the total expense amount and the net balance of both. Then we have an income overview which specifies the different sources of income that we have earned during the period as we filtered over here, and similarly we have an expenses overview as well. On the right we can see a monthly personal finance overview which specifies the income and expense detail for each of the month that we have added in the transactions and the net balance of both. And then we have a status column which specifies if we have exceeded our expenses or we have not exceeded the expenses, indicated by the naming convention used over here. As an example, let's say if you want to see the total income detail for the entire period of 2023 of all the accounts, so we need to filter it accordingly and everything gets updated as it is. If you want to change this category to each individual source of income, we can also do that. So let's say I'm changing it to salary. So again the entire view changes for salary only of all these necessary amounts, and you can start seeing the details. So this is how you will take help of the Dashboard section to do the analysis of income and expenses added. I hope this explanation was clear. If you have any questions and want to reach out to me, feel free to ask me on my email ID. Thanks.